Hey everyone, are you looking to win this power station? Well, let me tell you how you can do it. If you're going to be at the Moore Expo on April 20th, that's a Saturday, that's right, you can win this power station. Here are simple rules how you can take this home. 1, stop by the Semper Gumbie channel on Storyteller Row. 2, subscribe to the channel. I'll have a QR code there. You can subscribe that way. I will post a video the morning of the expo. Then you go to that video, comment with the hashtag Semper Gumbie. Hashtag Semper Gumbie, one word. And at 1 p.m. of the expo, I will draw a number. 1 through 100, or depending on how many comments there are on that video. For example, if I draw 25, I will go to the 25th comment and I will pick that name of that comment. And then I will announce it on video that you have won. Then you come back to the trailer or the camper and pick up your $700 1,000 watt power station. That's it. And then we'll do a short video of you winning the power station. And that's it. You go home and plug in all your devices or go back to your camper or your camping area and enjoy your Lithova. I'll charge it up so that way you have 1,000 watts of power that evening. Simple as can be. All right, let's get back to the video. Hey everyone, this is Ben and thank you for joining us on this episode of the Gumbie Gear Review. Now I get a lot of requests to test a lot of power stations, and this week has been, for some reason, I've received a lot of power stations from companies that have reached out to me and said, hey, we want you to try out our power stations and let us know what you think. And this week we are going to test a 1,000 watt LiFePO 4 power station from Lithova. Now this is a 12.8 volt, 1,000 watt, 72 amp hours. It's a 921.6 watt hour. I don't know if you would call it a power station, I guess you could, but it's got a LiFePO 4 lithium iron phosphate battery in here. Now this is a little different than a power station that I would normally use, but you know, because of the affordability and the price range, it might be right for you. Now I want to thank Lithova for sending us this, I guess, power station for us for testing and review. And the other night, or early in the morning, we did lose power because of a storm that came through. And I was able to actually put this power station through real life testing and use it until the power came back on. I didn't even charge it up. I pulled it right out of the box and hooked up lamps, lights, and made coffee. So I'll show you that later on here in the video. Now I get asked a lot, hey Ben, what's the best power station for my application or for my needs? And only you can answer that, because there are so many power stations out there based on your power consumption. Now, a lot of folks, the first thing they're going to do is run a 12 volt cooler, okay? So a 12 volt cooler will run about 30 to 60 watts of power. And you know, if you're just going to run a cooler, you could get by with a 300 to 500 watt power station if you run it on the eco mode. Most of the 12 volt coolers now are very, very efficient. They'll only draw power when the compressor comes on. Now, once you start plugging in batteries, cell phone, laptops, and then that's when you start drawing a little bit more power and you need to up that power station. The next option would be to bump up to a 500 to 1,000 watt power station, which is most of the people use somewhere about 1,000 watts. And then now you can plug in your laptops, your GoPro batteries, your camera batteries, your drone batteries, as well as your refrigerators, and then some of your camp lighting, lanterns or flashlights. So look at your 300 to 500 as your base power stations. Your 1,000-watt ones are going to be what most people use. When I started out with like a 200-300 watt power station, and I quickly found out that I should have just gone with a 500 to 1,000 watt power station, because I quickly ate up that power station, and I didn't have any solar power panels. And I ended up buying another bigger 500 watt unit, and then I just kind of just wasted threw my money away with the smaller unit. I ended up giving that smaller unit away to a friend that he could use it for his cell phone and his camera batteries. But if you're gonna look to plug in laptops, batteries, and all that stuff along with your fridge, go with the mid-range between a 500 and 1,000 watts. So this right here is a Lithova 1,000 watt power station. No frills, no, nothing special. Now, when I used it the other night, it kind of threw me off. Look at this as a 2-in-1, because when I plugged in my AC lamps, I plugged it into the back side, and I had to turn on a switch on the back. When I plugged in my USB on the front, I had to power it on in the front, and I'll show you that in the video. So it acted like there was two separate sections in one power station, which I found pretty odd. Now, the 1,000 watt portable power station from Lithova is a 921 watt hours solar generator. This comes with 10 multi-ports and also has a 110 volt pure sine wave inverter. This thing will has a 2,000 watt peak power, and it comes with a power bank. Now, most of the new power stations done away with the power bank, but this one does have a power bank, and they said it's great for camping and RV and home use. There's two ways you can recharge this, and this is with a DC input with the power bank, and with your solar power input with a 150 watt solar power panel. Now, the Lithova power station weighs 28.7 pounds. It's fairly light. It comes with a built-in plastic handle. It has one lithium-ion battery inside. So when I say it's a power station, I look at it more of a lithium battery. It's portable, it has a digital display, and I'll show you all that here in just a second. It has a short circuit protection and a built-in wall plug. They say it's fast charging, but it says it takes 5 hours to charge this thing up, unlike the new power stations like Blue Eddy, Anchor, All Powers. They say that you can charge up that power stations up to 100% in about 1 hour or 58 minutes. Now, the product dimensions, the length of this thing is 14.8 inches long. The width is 7.87 inches in width, and the height is 10.82. So it's just it's a fairly small unit, but like I said, the charging time for this with the brick is 5 hours. So you expect some charging time when you get it. The Lithova power station, which is safe with super long 3,000 plus cycles for 10 years lifespan. It uses grade A cells, which works faster, quieter, and safer for more abundant versatility and power. Now, this 921 watt hour portable battery pack is built in with the upgraded BMS, which will give you overcurrent protection, over voltage protection, overload protection, short circuit, low voltage, and high temp and low temp overheating protection. When you look at your power station from the front, when you hit that button once, it brings up the screen. You hit it again, this will illuminate green, and then it'll give you your DC and USB icons here. You do have your power in and power out here, as well as your battery icon. And I've got 41% because I haven't charged it. I just took it out of the box. You do have 3 USB 3.0s here, and then you have 2 USB-Cs right under that, and then right under those you have your DC 12 volts here, and then your DC switch here, power on and power off. And on the top here you do have your fan vents. So pretty simple, nothing really, you know, fancy, just your on off. And anytime you do your DC, it'll be here on the front. Okay, the back of the unit, you do have your 2 AC inputs here. You do have your cigarette lighter plug. You have your quick charge input here, and then of course you have your other input here. So you do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 back here. So, and then to turn it on, you do have your little power switch here, and then you hear your fan come on from your vents. Like I said, think of it as 2 units in one. You control all your AC in the back and all your DC in the front. So when you purchase your power station, what you'll get is you'll get a bunch of adapters. You'll get your AC brick and power cord, and you'll get your solar power connections, and that's it. Pretty simple. So we woke up early this morning due to lightning, thunder, and of course a power outage. So let's go check out what we did when we pulled this right out of the box and plugged everything in. So we have a power outage this morning, and the whole neighborhood or the whole area doesn't have power. All right, so I've got the lamps all hooked up into the Lithova. I've got about 49% left on it, you know, because I didn't charge it up. I just pulled it out of the box. And perfect real life scenario testing. And we'll see what happens. I've got about, it says 1,323 minutes left on it. And it's only drawing about 18 watts from my lamp. So real life scenario, and you know, we'll see how well it does and how long it takes the power to come on. Let a really bad thunderstorm roll on through. So luckily I've got my other power stations to power on the rest of the stuff I need. I'm gonna be making coffee that way. You can see there's no power on the appliances and everything else. So hope the power don't stay off all day. I got to get ready for work. So, but all my neighbors know when the power would go out. I have lights on and everything in my house. So, all right. So I got up. I said, hey, that's a perfect time to really test this power station. So I pulled it out of the box, didn't even charge it. I probably had about 50% on of power in here, and powered on some lamps and my Joule coffee maker, and that thing draws about 500 watts. And that's what I would do in the morning when I go camping, is fire up my Joule electric kettle if I'm not using propane. Now if it's windy or cold, or I'm at, you know, a higher elevation, of course I'm going to use my electric kettle. So we did that, and we wanted to see if this power station could do it. It's 1,000 watt, which I had no doubt it would be. Let's see what kind of power draw it does. Right now it's about 380. It should jump up to about 450, 500, but we'll see. We'll go ahead and plug in more items to that and see what kind of battery draw. This is my GoPro battery pack. The cons to this is if you got it in a tent or somewhere quiet, the fans are pretty loud with this. When the fans kick on or the inverter kicks on, it's loud. Now, what do I think about the Lithova power station? It's got the basic things that you need when you go camping. It doesn't have, wireless charging. It doesn't have the lights. It doesn't have, all the fancy Bluetooth, wireless stuff on there. It's just your basic power station. So if you're looking just to charge your 12-volt cooler or your cell phone batteries or your GoPro batteries or your camera batteries, laptop or whatever, it should suffice. But these are on the Amazon Lithova web store or the Lithova website at lithova.com. And like I said, Lithova did send this to me to test and review. It's a pretty decent power station for the price, the basics. But got any questions, pop them in the box below and I'll be happy to answer any of these questions. But like I said, you could win this at the Moore Expo. I'll be giving this away. I'll be giving away a $699, almost $700 power station. All you had to do is be present to win. So, if you're interested in it, we'll see you at the Moore Expo, April 19th and 20th. If you haven't got your tickets yet, I'll post the links and description in the box below. You can save some money by using the coupon code Semper Gumbie 10 and save you 10%. So stop by the Semper Gumbie camper and let's chat up a bit. And if you want to see this while you're there, I'll let you look at it. Can't take it home unless you win it. But please subscribe to the channel, comment, like, that helps us a lot. And we'll see you at Moore. Other than that, this is Semper Gumbie out.